In a move that has certainly raised eyebrows among the faithful, the San Francisco 49ers have reportedly signed free agent safety Patrick McMorris. This acquisition comes on the heels of the 2026 NFL Draft, where the Niners opted not to select a safety, leaving many to wonder about their strategy in fortifying the secondary. For those tuning in, let us know where you're watching from and your thoughts on this signing. Now, let's dive deeper into McMorris' journey. The 6-foot, 206-pound safety was drafted by the Miami Dolphins in the 6th round of the 2024 NFL Draft, going 198th overall. His rookie season was a modest one, appearing in 6 games, mainly contributing on special teams, with just 1 tackle to his name. However, the following season was a stark contrast, as he found himself moving on and off practice squads and ultimately did not see any game action during 2025. This raises a critical question. Can McMorris turn things around in San Francisco and prove he belongs on the 53-man roster? General Manager John Lynch spoke candidly about the team's approach to the offseason, stating, "We've got a group that we really do like. But kind of the way the board fell, it just didn't work out." His comments suggest an understanding of the team's existing depth, yet also hints at a missed opportunity in the draft that could have solidified the safety position. It's a precarious balancing act. While trusting in the current group, the 49ers are clearly aware that competition is necessary to elevate their game. McMorris has the chance to carve out a niche for himself, particularly on special teams. The 49ers' special teams unit has historically been a place where underdogs can shine and make their mark. If he can stand out in that capacity, he may just secure a spot on the roster. However, the question looms large. Will McMorris be able to leverage this opportunity, or will he become another name on the long list of failed prospects? As the 49ers continue to build depth, the stakes are high. The team is not just looking for bodies. They need players who can contribute meaningfully, especially with the competitive landscape of the NFC. The pressure to perform is palpable, and every move will be scrutinized. Fans are surely hoping that McMorris can rise to the occasion, but history has shown that not every player can make that leap. Transitioning from the signing of McMorris, the narrative shifts to the ongoing developments surrounding the 49ers roster and the potential implications for the upcoming season. The question remains, who else will be joining this team as they look to solidify their standing in the league? As the dust settles on the 2026 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers made some strategic moves, particularly in their pursuit of a wide receiver that has fans buzzing. With their first selection in the 2nd round, the 49ers added a notable talent to their roster, but the path to that choice wasn't straightforward. The question on every fan's mind is whether the disappointing early selection of KC Concepcion by the Cleveland Browns influenced San Francisco's draft strategy. Initially, the 49ers held the 27th overall pick, and there was a strong consensus that Concepcion, the standout from Texas A&M, will be a perfect fit for head coach Kyle Shanahan's dynamic offense. Many analysts and fans alike were convinced that Concepcion was the answer to bolstering the receiving core, a necessary move given the team's ambitions to remain competitive in the NFC. However, just as the 49ers were preparing to make their pick, the Browns swooped in and snatched Concepcion away, taking him 3 spots before San Francisco was due on the clock. This unexpected turn of events led to a pivotal decision by General Manager John Lynch and his team. Rather than simply selecting the best available player, the 49ers opted to trade down twice, first with the Miami Dolphins and then with the New York Jets. The speculation surrounding this maneuver is palpable. Did the early run on receivers, particularly Concepcion, push the 49ers to rethink their approach? It certainly seems plausible, especially given the urgency to strengthen their receiving options. After the first round, Lynch addressed the media and was questioned about whether Concepcion had been a target for the 49ers. While Lynch was careful not to confirm the speculation outright, his comments hinted at the admiration the organization had for the young receiver. "We like KC a lot," Lynch remarked, reflecting the enthusiasm within the organization. He elaborated on Concepcion's visit, his performance at the Combine, and the undeniable talent he possesses. Lynch's genuine appreciation for Concepcion suggested that he was indeed on the team's radar, which only adds to the intrigue of what might have been. Ultimately, the 49ers shifted their focus and selected former Mississippi wide receiver Dezon Stribling with the 33rd pick. While Stribling may not have been the initial choice fans were hoping for, he arrives with a reputation as one of the best blocking wide receivers in the draft. Shanahan, however, was quick to emphasize that his evaluation of Stribling extended far beyond just blocking prowess. "For me, I don't ever start watching receivers block," Shanahan stated, highlighting his comprehensive approach to evaluating talent. His admiration for Stribling's route-running skills, speed, size, and physicality underscores the belief that the 49ers are not just looking for a player who can catch passes, but someone who can contribute in multiple facets of the game. The coach noted that Stribling's physical attributes naturally lend themselves to effective blocking, and the praise from evaluators regarding his elite blocking skills only adds to the excitement. Shanahan's conviction that Stribling can excel in their system is a promising sign for fans looking for depth and versatility on the roster. In summary, while the 49ers may have missed out on a highly regarded prospect in KC Concepcion, they have pivoted to acquire a player they believe fits their long-term vision. As the team continues to build its identity under Shanahan, the hope is that Stribling will evolve into a key contributor, capable of making an impact both in the passing game and as a blocker. Now, as we transition to our next segment, let's keep the momentum going and see what other moves the 49ers have in store as they continue to shape their roster for the upcoming season. As we dive into the final segment of today's analysis, it's important to reflect on the recent draft and the implications it holds for the San Francisco 49ers. The discussions around potential trades and new players have been swirling, especially as the team looks to bolster its roster. So, where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments, and share your thoughts on how you feel about the Niners' recent moves. The draft is always a pivotal moment for any franchise, and the 49ers are no exception. As we sift through the selections made, it's clear that there's a blend of excitement and skepticism. The draft tracker from NFL.com has been our companion in understanding the value of these picks, grading players from a perfect 8.0 down to those seen as priority undrafted free agents. This year, the standout was Arvell Reese from the New York Giants, who garnered a Pro Bowl talent grade, signaling that the top tier of this draft class might not be as robust as we'd hoped. The depth of this draft, however, cannot be ignored. There are over 30 players graded as potential future starters, suggesting that while the top may lack star power, there's a wealth of talent that could add vital contributions to our roster. For the 49ers, that means a real opportunity to enhance depth and possibly secure some starting roles in the coming seasons. Looking at our picks, I see some promising additions on day 3 with Halton, Prysock, and Cruz. These players bring potential that aligns well with the team's needs. Yet, there were whispers among analysts that the team may have reached for some of their earlier picks, particularly Stribling and height. This leads to the ongoing debate. How do we assess a player's value when rankings can shift depending on team needs and scheme fit? Let's take Dezon Stribling, for instance. With the loss of Jawan Jennings, we absolutely needed to address the receiver position, especially one who can block effectively, a trait that Kyle Shanahan deeply values. Stribling's impressive 6 feet 2 inches frame and blazing 4.36 speed make him a compelling choice, not just for his receiving skills, but also for his physicality on the field. While I acknowledge the arguments for other players like Zachariah Branch, Stribling brings a unique combination of attributes that could be game-changing for our offensive strategy. The question remains, was Stribling really a reach? It's crucial to consider where San Francisco would have picked next. The landscape of the draft can be unpredictable, and if Stribling was projected to be off the board before our subsequent pick, then perhaps taking him at that moment was a strategic move rather than a misstep. As we analyze the broader picture, the 49ers' draft strategy reflects a commitment to filling specific gaps while also adhering to the coach's philosophy. There's an undeniable tension in grading these players, especially when historical evaluations have proven to be wildly inaccurate. But that variance is precisely what keeps fans hopeful. Each draft brings a chance for the emergence of stars, and while we may not have picked a jersey to rush out and buy just yet, I believe several of these newcomers will earn our cheers this season. As we wrap up this segment, let's embrace the uncertainty and potential of what lies ahead. The 49ers have made their choices, and while they may not align with every expert's predictions, there's a certain thrill in seeing how these young players will develop in our system. Don't forget to subscribe and jump into the comments to share your insights on the Niners draft strategy and what you expect to see from our new additions this year. Here's to a hopeful season ahead.